In this video, I'm going to show you how to submit all of your information for compliance after closing. So you're going to start in dotloop and make sure that all of the documents and placeholders are full as they need to be. You want to make sure that this is also changed to closed or sold. You can ignore this because we're going to send the review request through Boomtown. So just hang out a minute and we'll get there. Verify that the sales price was correct. Make any edits if you need to. Make sure the closing date is correct, etc. Come down and make sure that you have everything signed as needed to be, working with real estate agent, buyer agency agreement, all of the documents associated with the contract. And this was new construction, so there was a lot. It's not normally going to look like that. It'll just be your offer to purchase. This, make sure your professional services are signed. Make sure you have the check images in here, a little bit different in this one because they're part of the builder contract. The regular resale, you'll be able to drop those in there. Same with the pending MLS and CMA. Often new construction doesn't go in MLS, and there's no reason for comps on new construction. In this case, you don't need them. Otherwise, they will be in there. Inspection report, same thing. A lot of buyers choose not to do inspections on new construction. These folks chose the same. Closing documents, make sure all this is in there. If you have your CD, put it in there. When I receive the commission check, I will drop it in there. You do not need that or the CD to submit the loop. If you have either of them, great. Otherwise, just make sure the rest of the things are good and then come up here to submit for review. And this goes to the closing manager. So you just want to check all the boxes. So they check all the folders to make sure that everything is complete. And then you just send to April, or the closing manager. And that's really simple. The next stop is you come over to Boomtown. You're going to want to move from pending to closed. And when you do that, it's automatically going to send an email saying, when you move from pending to closed, you want to go up here to the email template, select the email address, go down to the message template, and send the review request. This has the links to all of our sites where we collect reviews. And you can read through this on your own. Love working with you. Strive for 5-star reviews. For any reason you can't give me 5-star, please let me know. Click here to do the Google review, and then here are the opportunities for them to click and review us on other instances. Your other stuff here will automatically be dropped in because of your account. That's all you have to do. Your client name will be dropped in as well. And then just hit send. Close that. You're going to go to expand just to make sure that all of these things are correct. You've got the address, blah, 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 the closing date, split, all of that. Save transaction. Make sure that, again, the closing amount is reflective of the true price. And no, we don't want to move it to pending because we're closed. And edit transaction, change this from under contract to closed to really close it out completely. And that will do that. You've already done it, etc. So now we're done in Boomtown. So the last step is to come to CSU. And then you will go through and make sure that all of these are filled out. Now, ideally, you want to do Boomtown and CSU before you submit the loop to April, the closing manager. So make sure all this is done. And it's important that all of these are done. Your name, the type, the day you closed, client's first name, last name, their address, the under contract date. Don't worry about payment received and paid date. I will handle that. Transaction amount, make sure it's correct. Enter the percentage, type it out, and then also do the math here so it calculates correctly. Same thing for here with your transaction. Let me know exactly which closed transaction this is because that affects your split percentage. In this instance, I'm over 20, so it changes from 50 to 55. And then also put that in here. Referral percentage or amount won't apply unless someone referred it to you and you're paying someone a cut. Transaction fee is always going to be for the closing manager. It's $300 for buy side, $150 for list side. Please populate that. Populate your client's primary cell phone and email address, the lead source from Boomtown, where it came from, also the lead date, where it came from, May 26, 2018. Referral source here, if it applies, it's not in this instance. Mortgage company, escrow company was other in this instance because they used Warren Alphen. So just make sure that you go through and drop down. If someone that they use doesn't apply here, let me know, let April know, the closing manager, and we'll get them in there. We want to track all of these. We want all of this data. It gives us more data to interact with people and request services. Home inspection did not apply. Insurance, home warranty. Dan Ryan was the builder. We don't need a specific builder because we're not going to email those agents. So you don't need an email agent for new construction unless it's represented by an agent that does not work directly for the builder. And then area, either triangle in the triangle or coast at the coast. Actually put regional, that's the name of the MLS. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Hit update, and then everything should be good to go. April will get in, make sure you're compliant, let you know if you need to make any edits or add anything, then she'll let me know you're compliant, and then I can pay you once the check is received. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. That is how you go through the compliance process. Thanks so much.